Welcome back to the channel. I'm Coach DuWayne Campbell, and today we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to set up your starts. As a track and field athlete, there are many different possible start positions. However, there are 3 or 4 major start positions that every track and field athlete should know. What are the main reasons for learning and trying to perfect these different starting positions? It's because they are used in training throughout the season, from the off season all the way to in season and championship season. So your understanding of these different start positions will actually help to define how well you train on a day-to-day basis. Now, these start positions are not necessarily all used in every single phase of training. There are some that are used in the off season, some that are used during the competition season, some that are used during the preseason, and some that are only used for specific events. However, it is still important for all athletes to learn these different start positions. The first start position that we're going to go through today is called the 2-point start, and this start is used usually during the off season. It's also used for like tempo runs and certain other special endurance runs. This start in particular is used all season long during almost all training phases by middle distance athletes, meaning athletes are training for the 800 meter, the 1500 meter, steeplechase, 5000, etc. The setup for the 2-point start is quite simple. If this is the start line, the easiest way to standardize the setup for the 2-point start is to just stand facing 90 degrees away from the start line. From there, make sure that the feet are shoulder width apart, meaning they line up. You feel that the shoulders and the feet or your toes line up exactly underneath the shoulders. From there, you pivot on the ball of your foot to face the starting direction. That should be a comfortable position for you to execute the 2-point start from. Another way to standardize the start of your 2-point start is to put your toes behind the start line, go 1 shoe length back, up to 1.5 or 2 shoe lengths back, but for my size feet it's just 1 shoe length back, and then bring the rear foot off to the side. That tends to line up for me and for most other athletes with being 1 shoulder width apart. From there, once you've lined up in that comfortable position, you're going to put, for the leg that is forward, opposite arm comes in front, and you put pressure equally between the front and the rear foot. On the command go, you're going to accelerate forward from this position. So in getting ready for your run, shoulders forward over the front of the foot, weight distributed equally between the front and rear leg. If the left leg is forward, then the right hand is forward as well. On execution of the command go, we're going to drive with the hips and post up, pushing up and forward in the direction of the run. Let's demonstrate again, this time with the right leg forward. So if I'm going to have my right leg forward, let me use method number 1 first. I'm facing away from the camera, but shoulders, feet lined up exactly underneath the shoulders, so my feet are shoulder width distance, and then I'll rotate towards the direction of the run, and there we are. Feet still right behind the line. Actually, my feet rotated over a little bit. Feet right behind the line. I'm in the ready position or the athletic stance. My right leg is in front, so the left arm will be in front to counterbalance it. And I'm loaded so that the shoulders are over the front leg, but I'm equally distributing my weight between the front and the rear leg. On the command go, I'm going to push off with both legs up and forward and start my acceleration. And using the second method of determining the stance position for the 2-point start, if my right leg is going to be in front, leg behind the start line, right leg right behind the start line, 1 pigeon step back, and then bring that rear leg out to the side. And you will see it lines up. If I rotate, it actually lines up with being the feet shoulder width distance. As I said before, the 2-point start is used for a number of reasons. It's used in the background season as the start of all your tempo runs, all your special endurance runs, all your speed endurance runs. Also, for middle distance athletes, it's a start that you will use 99.9% of the times, unless you're running the starting leg of your 4x4. You'll use this throughout the entire season, including in your competitions. For field event athletes like jumpers, horizontal jumpers and high jumpers, this is also one way of possibly starting your run-up. Perfecting this start position is going to pay off with rich dividends for you as a field eventer. The second start position that I believe all track and field athletes should pay attention to is the 3-point start. For a number of reasons, this is a start that is used most often by sprinters in their sprint training. So long before you get into the blocks to start practicing your block starts at the beginning of the season, the 3-point start is going to be your bread and butter. Now, the 3-point start has been proven over the years to be a good enough start position to train acceleration from, which means for a sprinter or whenever, even jumpers, whenever they're doing sprint workouts, it's a very good starting position to learn how to accelerate. Now, regardless of whether you're doing hill sprints, sleds, short sprints over 10, 20, 30 meters, speed runs, or speed endurance runs, most of the times you'll be starting from the 3-point start. Now, as the name suggests, the 3-point start will see both feet on the ground, and you'll have one additional touch point with the ground, which will be your hand. So for a 3-point start, the easiest way that I know to teach it, and I know there are other methods, but the easiest way that I know to teach it is facing the direction of the run. You're going to go 3 pigeon steps back. So here's 1 behind the start line, 2, 3 pigeon steps behind the start line. From there, you're going to bring the forward leg out to the side, get the rear knee on the ground, and then the hand on the rear leg side, rear knee side, will go to the ground as well. In the set position, you raise the hip up, making sure that the shoulders are right over the hands. You're feeling pressure on the both feet. Get your free arm up high. Now, it's very important for you to get the free hand up high, because with the free hand, if you hold it beside you here, you're not going to get that swing that you need to start putting force into the ground and developing impulse out of the start. So you have to keep that free hand high so that when you get the go command, you can swing that free hand up and forward to balance out this arm that's driving off the ground backwards. So let me set that up again. Front leg out to the side, knee to the ground, hand on the rear leg side, goes to the track or to the surface, move to the set position, free arm up high and wait on the command. As soon as you get the command, drive and extend. It is of significant importance for sprinters, because that 3-point start is something that you can use right throughout your entire training progression to simulate your acceleration runs. It's almost as good as being in the blocks. So if you're in a program where you don't have access to blocks all the time, if you actually put together your 3-point start technically correct, you'll get a similar experience, similar training experience as if you are in the blocks. So of course, in such a short tutorial, it's not possible for me to go into all the intricate technical details of the start positions, but I have shared enough information for you to be able to use them during your normal training. If you're interested in learning more about any of these start positions, then just drop it in the comment section below, and I will make a video with a deeper technical dive into whichever one you're interested in, and make that video in the near future. The third critical start position that every athlete, or the majority of athletes, should know and learn and practice is the 4-point start. Now, from the 4-point start, a lot of the same acceleration mechanics, a lot of the same sprint start mechanics can be practiced as you could get done with the 3-point start. The difference being that now you'll have 4 touch points on the ground. Both hands and both legs will be in contact with the ground before you get the go command. And the setup for the 4-point start is quite similar to the 3-point start, in that you face in the direction that you're going to execute your sprint. You're going to take 3 pigeon steps back. So here's 1 pigeon step from behind the start line, 2 pigeon step, 3 pigeon steps. With the leg that's in front, you're going to bring it out so that it is shoulder width apart. Get your rear knee to the ground. Get both hands on the ground, because remember, the 4-point start has 4 touch points with the ground. From there, keep the head aligned with the shoulders and the hands underneath the shoulders as well, in contact with the ground. Moving to the set position, drive the hips until it's above the head. Here, feel the pressure on both hands and on the feet equally. And on the go command, you're going to drive, split the arms, and fly up and forward from a start position. The 4-point start is not significantly better at teaching starts and acceleration than the 3-point start. However, because it is more similar to what the athlete will experience driving out of the blocks in a sprint race, it does make it a lot more purposeful in terms of teaching the athlete to feel the contact with the ground through 4 touch points. There is one additional starting position that is used mostly by jumpers that's important, and it's called the rolling start or rollover start. And in this starting position, the initial setup. In this starting position, the initial setup is the same as your 2-point start. However, just as you're ready to start your run, instead of starting in a static position, and the athlete is going to roll backwards onto the rear leg, followed by a dipping of the shoulders to about waist level, and then drive through that position up and forward. So it would look more, here's a rock back, then comes a dip. And this type of start is particularly effective for jumpers because it gives them a little additional momentum that they wouldn't get from a normal static 2-point start position. If you've used any of these start positions before, I want you to drop a comment telling me what events you've trained for, what start positions you've used, and which one is your favorite. And as always, if you found this information to be helpful, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.